Today I'm going to be playing some Murloc Warlock, because the new card Nothing's Impossible is downright silly. So for 2 mana, we can give all friendly Murlocs and Imps a death rattle that makes a Murloc Imp. Now you might be familiar with either Soul of the Forest or Soul of the Murloc, and you'll notice that this card is either by mana or by stats twice as good as either of those cards, so it's probably a pretty darn good card. We also recently got Mistake, a 1 mana 1/3 amalgam minion, and it turns out a 1 mana 1/3 Murloc is just pretty good. And of course, we've got some Murloc stuff that's been around for a while. We've got Chum Bucket, which buffs all the Murlocs in our hand based on the number of Murlocs in play. And we've got the Ajaran Scavenger, which puts a Murloc on the bottom of the deck, which when we play that, it buffs all of our Murlocs wherever they are. This deck isn't super good because it's not a Death Knight deck, but I was able to win about half my games.
You will know endless torment. Your soul shall be mine.
I don't want those terribly expensive 3 mana cards, what the heck. Even these 2 mana cards are too expensive. Save this for some sort of combo, whether it be, well, it could be either of these. Could be a Chum Bucket. I think Arms Dealer's pretty scary. Okay. Well, this is a 4/4 with Rush, so it does pretty well here. Probably kind of hard to dredge up that Scavenger. I do play 3 dredges still. We'll go for it, I guess. All the options there were pretty mediocre, honestly. There's a decent chance this can land on 4 targets next turn, and it looks like that's actually what's going to happen here, so that's good. Alright, this looks pretty good. It's hard for them to prevent the War Leader from being really good. This has been a very slow opener from the opponent. I was starting to think maybe they were Blood that just played Arms Dealer for some reason, but it looks like that's not the case. Well, I mean, that dredges up my Scavenger, right? Wait, is War Leader lethal? What is this, 12 plus 8? It's a lot. But let's go for the Scavenger. Alright, well, hopefully I don't get Corpse Explosioned, but unless it's discounted, that doesn't even clear, which I guess it would be discounted because they would only have it from a Vizier. Oh boy, it's Frostworm's Fury from the Vizier for 5 mana on turn 5. Having so much fun. Well, they shouldn't be able to play another Frostworm's Fury this turn. Alright, they're dead here. Are they dead? They could have bumped here, killed another 2/2. They are super dead. But I think they could have done a little bit better on board. Oh wait, it's still going. Howling Blast. They can go in here and then trade at the 5/5, but then they are dead to War Leader. Nice. Gul'dan versus Gul'dan.
I am your nightmare.
Well, if I'm up against Zoo, then Lushwater Scout's probably pretty good. Every card in my hand is like kinda good, but how many of them are actually great? I'll go for the most mediocre full keep of all time. Okay, well, Scavenger into Vilefin is extremely good. Well, that's interesting. Probably still worth setting this up. Alright, so next turn I can play 3 minions from hand and land this on all of them. Looks like one of those minions from hand needs to be Lushwater Scout. This would be 3 power. Alright, I've built myself a nice little board here. Somewhat powerful. But hey, as long as I'm not getting slimed, I'm fine. Okay. That was a hell of a draw. Oh. That's a lot of healing. They're still dead, but it's a lot of healing. Very nice opener from me. This is my 8th Death Knight opponent in the last 9 games. But that's okay, because I will draw a 1-drop here. I will draw a 1-drop here. Okay, well, you know, my mistake. I do only play 11 cards that are playable on turn 1. Alright, I actually ended up with a pretty good hand here. Next turn I can rock bottom, dredge up this Sunken Scavenger, and play the Chum Bucket. Alright, slow turn obviously, but I've got some big minions coming down next turn. These are all pretty bad. This Finley does draw a Murloc War Leader potentially. Could be pretty good. Are you gonna have time to make all these attacks, opponent? Oh, they just barely snuck them all in. Probably need this Lush Water Scout. Wait, this minion is quite large, so I should probably play it. So next turn I've got Scout, 2-drop, 1-drop. I don't know, probably just take this. Well, I am winning on board. It's just a matter of if I can keep that up. Hate to see that card.
The fallen will serve.
Wouldn't you know it, I also hate to see that card. But I think I'm... I don't know if I'm winning, but I'm doing pretty okay, given that my next draw is the Scout. Alright, now what? I guess Finley gets traded into the 5-2. Probably should have considered trading off the Void Gill first, but whatever. So I have 6 attacks, my opponent has 5-6 minions. So I want to send my worst minion in here. Everything else can value trade. I guess I could have technically value traded into the 5-2. But that didn't really seem super desirable to me. Alright. So I've got 28 in play. So a war leader would be lethal. And I think just a war leader. Oh wait, I have a sunken scavenger, don't I? At the bottom, so any of my dredge cards and then tap into that could be lethal.
Me have bags for you.
I didn't leave them a good target for their hero power, so they might only be able to kill 1 minion here. Not sure which minion that is, if you just kill a big one, or if you kill the Scout. They're probably dead to War Leader, regardless of what they kill. So maybe it makes sense to value trade. Okay, can I life tap? I don't think that deck actually plays damage other than Vizier. Which Vizier is admittedly pretty scary. Oh, Skeletal Sidekick is damage, along with their hero power. And then Vizier, oh, Grave Strength, as well as their hero power, so I probably shouldn't tap. I also don't have to worry about getting Marrow Guard this turn, so I'm not in that big of a hurry to win the game. Oh, that's not gonna cut it. Nice, 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 nice. I'm very surprised I won that game. I did have a pretty good opener, though, I will say. Did I? I had an early Chump bucket. The overall opener wasn't that great.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion. Cenarius, guide me to victory. Your soul shall be mine.
Got ourselves a druid, huh? I think I actually toss Flame Imp when I have Chum Bucket, because I just want a Chum Bucket hand. And a Chum Bucket hand I have found, thanks to Rock Bottom. Oh. Quest Druid. Alright, so I guess I play this, and then I dredge it up on turn 3.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Alright, got some pretty big minions coming up.
All it takes is love, care, and death.
I think I'm pretty happy to play this. Do I care about having coin for Gigafen? The most recent build of Questriot I saw did play the big Death Beetles. Maybe it's important to have coin for that. Eh. What if they just never get to play the Death Beetles as anything more than a 6/6 taunt?
All it takes is love, care, and death.
Due process for my Murloc deck? I don't know about that one. Wow. Another Chum Bucket. So I can play 2 7/6s, or I can Chum Bucket. This would be like an 11 power minion.
So many possibilities.
I think I'm just trying to end the game. My opponent could very likely be dead this turn.
Our tunnels run deep. You cannot crack my carapace.
Alright, I guess it's time for Chum Bucket. Warlock Ravager? Could be decent. Sure, why not? I've got 25 on the table to my opponent's 18. Next turn might not be too exciting because I can't play Gigafen. I can play Warlock Ravager, but I would not be able to play like a War Leader alongside it.
Growth, life, happiness, and friends.
Okay, I do need to find damage to have lethal. I could Finley for War Leader. I would get 5 cards. I know 2 of them are not War Leader. I'm looking at 3 out of 14 chance to hit. Alright. I don't think having the Gigafen is really that important. War Leader. I believe this is lethal. Beautiful, beautiful Murlocs.
Gul'dan versus Darien Mograine.
Play well or be eliminated.
Alright, Chum Bucket's definitely nice. Show me some Tiny Fins, some Rock Bottoms. Love a good Rock Bottom.
I see you.
Oh, not freaking... Not Blood. They have too many board clears. I think next turn is Rock Bottom, Coin Chum Bucket. Sure, whatever. Definitely unfortunate that I didn't hit a Murloc here, but whatever. I mean, Hullbreaker could be pretty good. It draws into Chum Bucket and Imp-ossible, which are like two of the strongest cards in my deck.
The more you'll struggle, the better.
I guess I'll just go ahead and play this. Oh, Rock Bottom as well. My two Chum Bucket targets left in hand were like both kind of awkward. Not really just like stats I want to put in play. But next turn maybe I go like Scavenger plus this Cold Light Seer. Oh, nothing's impossible. Probably want to play this. Alright, pretty sticky board for my Cold Light Seer and my War Leader. Blood Boil is definitely not a card I wanted to see. Well, hopefully these big Murlocs stick. But, yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat a deck that plays this many board clears.
For the Lich King.
Who here can spell Zinjari?
Oh, my minions actually survived. Well, I probably just want to play my whole hand here. Question is, when do I Chum Bucket? So I guess if I play it here, I get 9/9 worth of stats. If I play this, then I would get 8/8 worth of stats. So I should play it first. I'm not really trying to dodge any specific board clears because they all totally wipe me. I guess I trade there to protect my War Leader. Alright, well if I somehow don't get Soul Stealered or Corpse Explosioned, then I probably win, right? Okay, this is pretty bad. Maybe I can draw a Scout plus something that will rush into this. Oh, what a bad start to that plan. This obviously goes face. So doing this protects my War Leader. I miss 7 damage. But then this thing only really pushes an additional like 2 damage next turn. I think this just goes face. Easy Gigafin. Well, suddenly I'm actually in a pretty good position to win this game. Even if they kill my 2 biggest minions, War Leader pushes enough damage, but that's scary. Losing the War Leader's a real bummer. But I have 12 in play. They missed my Gigafin. I win! I won! And even if they hit the Gigafin, this Amalgam surely would have found damage, right?